at the casino yesterday, talking to them. They're doing a new phase down there. So I basically start the process, have a meeting with them. They want to move all this infrastructure around. So I try to explain to them, what they're anticipating. Then I'll have a group, and there's a planning group here, but for the most part, um, we all work together, and then my group will design the either civil, and actually all the electrical to come
Wow.
in facility, right? I could farm out a lot of it, depending on the expertise. So you have to work all that together to see who knows what
Yeah.
on the project.
And every site's different. I know you know that intimately well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so I do that, and then you got to basically I got to hire everybody. I manage typically around 12 people, to get all that stuff. Plus, that's not counting contractors. And then it's just like you're the pivot point between everything. Whether it's the legal group, the
Yep.
rec group, the business office, the
Yeah.
customer. So it's a one stop
Yeah.
shop. Fun.
That
It's
makes it
exciting.
fun though. You must have
Yeah.
a blast.
Tip, tip,
Are we
Oh,
being broadcast at this point?
let's see who's on. Let's see participants.
I see RCTV here. I just want to see if we're
Oh,
rolling.
yep, we're rolling. Okay, over to you. Sorry, Bob. We'll follow up later.
Okay.
Recording in
Just wanted to make-
progress.
Nope, now it's recording.
Okay, so Phil's not able to attend, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that as vice chair, then I will serve as acting chair for this meeting, and there being a quorum present, we will call the meeting to order. So I do that, and thanks for making time for this important vote. Just a brief statement. I don't think we have any public here, but we could make the formality of we recognize the importance of public comment at the discretion of the chair. It's the role of the chair to maintain order in all public comment, but there's no members of the public here, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then are we ready to take up the main motion of this meeting? I believe so.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then just as a forward, we all thank Commissioner John Stempek for his many years of great service to RMLD in the town, and we thank him very much and wish him well. If anybody else would like to echo that, and we'll do it at the next meeting, but just wanted to state the reason for this is that John has stepped down from the board, and we're here to take the following motion to formally, set the process for filling the seat. So if anybody's ready, will somebody read the motion, or is anything before we go into that? Any other comments?
Yeah.
Somebody's breaking up here.
I think it's Marlena. We can't hear you, Marlena.
Can't hear you, Marlena.
No.
Want to give her a second to get back on?
Yeah. You sound like something
Yeah.
out of it right now. Sounds underwater.
Can you hear me?
You guys, but I can hear you.
Okay.
That's better.
Now we see and hear you. Okay. So we're all
Okay.
here?
Yes, and we were saying some words to thank John for his service.
Yes.
Yes,
And-
yes, definitely. John, 12 plus years, I think, dedicated service, and saw RMLD grow tremendously thanks to his participation, and we're grateful to him.
So then do we want to have somebody read this motion, or should I do it?
Why don't you do it, David? Right in front of you.
Okay, all right, I think that's okay as chair to do that, right? Okay, so then let me just get the motion up here. Okay, so move that the RMLD Board of Commissioners fill the open RMLD Board of Commissioner position with an interim appointment via a joint meeting and vote with the Town of Reading Select Board. The interim appointment will be valid through April 2024, at which time a regularly scheduled election will be held. Do we have a second?
And
Any discussion?
Did you say that it will be posted publicly?
I just read the motion. I believe so.
Okay.
I believe that with this vote, it then gets formally, there's a posting and application process, and I'm not sure of the downstream steps if Greg wants to explain, but
Yeah, so Marlene, I hope you can hear me. So basically this is the first part of a step. What will happen is that the town, since it's a town of Reading appointment for each one of you for the board position, so they will advertise it. They'll post it, I should say. It'll be posted for 15 days. If we complete this vote today, then we will let Erica will let the town of Reading know, and they will then go through a few steps. There'll be a 15-day period to take all potential applicants. And then the intention, if it works for your schedules, Erica's going to try and coordinate this, but I'll just give you a quick heads up. They would like to, since it's a joint meeting with both the Board of Commissioners, with you all and Phil, as well as the select board of the town, the time that would work well for them, if it works for us or works for you, is 7 o'clock on the 27th of June. So that's after the 15-day period, et cetera. So you should do the vote first, but just in the background, that's the final step for this intermediate appointment. Does that help?
Yep, thank you.
and I would just add, as I will now be the second most senior member of the board, is that actually John was initially appointed, I believe, 12 years ago in this exact manner when there was a vacancy. So there's a
Correct.
tidiness to this. So, well, I mean, it's just there is precedent for doing this, and it's how John was initially selected and then subsequently elected 3 or 4 times. So, okay. So we have a motion and a second. Are we ready for a vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All in favor of the motion? I'm going to read out your names and aye or nay.
Mr. Coulter, aye.
Marlene Avita, aye.
Dave Talbot, aye. The motion being 3-2, and then with 1 absent, the motion passes.
All right.
And I think that's it.
But my only request about that I'm away on that at that time frame, but I can hopefully get in on a Zoom meeting. So as long as there's an option to attend remotely.
Yeah, and actually, I have another evening meeting on the 27th. So if there's a possibility of bumping it to, well, if there's a possibility of it being different, it might be better now. It sounds like for both Bob and I. So,
We'll let Erica coordinate that. If we do that, it would probably go into the 1st or 2nd week of July, which is not a problem. So,
okay, yeah, because we'd still catch it for the next meetings. Yeah, okay.
Yep. And just a small point, Erica, I had a chance to speak with Bob. Erica is sending out, or she might have already done it, but a list of the signature responsibilities and the board of the CAB attendance. So we basically just moved everybody up one spot to fill in where John was, and we basically filled it through the end of November. So there would be enough time for this intermediate appointment to kind of get a lay of the land before they had the responsibility. So you guys can adjust that later on, but just so you know how we structured that.
Okay.
For the next 5 months.
Mr. Chair, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I noticed there's no October on that schedule, and looking back at past agendas, there hasn't been either. So is that intentional? Probably just a mistake.
We'll double check it. We usually have an October meeting. So October is usually the budget review
Yes.
for the 2024 budget. So we will make sure that gets taken care of. Thank you, Marlena.
Okay. Unless there's anything else, I think we can adjourn.
One more thing, sorry. The
Yep.
second part of this is you can expect via Adobe a letter just saying that we voted and what we're gonna do. It'll come around to each one of you for a signature, and then it will go to the town as well.
Okay.
Thanks, Erica.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erica.
Thank you, Greg.
All right. Who wants to make the motion Bob, you're
Uh,
making the motion, move to
I
adjourn.
make the motion to adjourn the meeting, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
second,
all right, all in favor? Aye.
aye.
Okay, the meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everybody, and have a nice lunch.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Aye.
Thank you all.
bye all.
Recording stopped.